Hey, what's up guys? Benny here and welcome to another episode of Benny's Bootcamp, where we take a look at some of the most insane gameplay going down in Warzone and break it down to give you as many tips and tricks from it to help make you better at the game. And today we've got a gameplay that for the first time I am on the fence about, because this guy, he's called RiasLive, has listed world records by Deserto for duos versus squads with like 79 kills, which is insane. And I was like, oh wow, he must be an absolute beast of a player, which he is, because he's got some of the best movement, and there's a lot we can learn about the way that he moves around the map and the way that he engages gunfights. But his aim is also potentially the best that I've ever seen. It's like symphony levels. And it's the first time I'm like, is this an aimbot? Like, is this an like one of the most sophisticated aimbots I've ever seen? Because he streams with his camera on his screen, and there's just moments where I'm like, there is no way that he's landing these shots as consistently as he is. Do let me know what you think down in the comments below, but there is a lot that we can learn from his overall gameplay and the way that he engages fights as well, because he can take on multiple enemies very quickly, and he's very clever in the way that he uses his heartbeat sensor and the way that he engages fights as well. Like, you'll notice it's so smooth, it's so sharp. The way that he centers his crosshairs as well as he's moving around the map is ridiculous. Like there, like the snap-on ability right there, way that he read the situation, he uses heartbeat sensor scan. So at this stage of the game, which is fairly early on, you know that most 99% of players will turn up on your heartbeat sensors. So you can read this, he's pre-aiming the sections, and now look at here, straight away, pre-aims the middle between the door and the window. Perfect place. If you're not sure where they're going to appear, normally someone would like take a guess, sees the movement to the left, and then can snap on and take that shot. It's all about where you center your crosshairs, which is something I think a lot of people need to start doing, is take that moment and look at the most dangerous location. And if it's a door or a window, make sure your crosshairs are always on that point. Oh yeah, also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because 70% of you are not subscribed. And I'm going to have a load of Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Warzone content on the channel to help make you better at the game as well. And that there was perfect. Like, the reaction speed Rias has is insane. Like, look at this. Sekio's on there, glint straight away. There is no hesitation, and then is able to hop out and use that kilo build, which is easily the easiest weapon to use in the game right now, which is that kilo with the monolithic suppressor, the 19.8 prowler barrel, commando foregrip, 60 round mag, and then also the VLK scope. Now, what I really like here is he saw the player when he took down the person on the rock over there, parachute down, and that right there is what I want you to start doing in your own gameplay. Most people in this situation, he pops his dead silence, which is perfect for that bit of timing. But what he does, he gets a door and then just peeks it, doesn't burst through, doesn't make unneeded noise. And that guy just got completely caught out unaware, and there was nothing he could do. Also, from reading this situation, he'll know that enemy teams are towards storage, because that's where he parachuted from. So this is the sort of areas of the map that you really want to start playing in if you want high kill games, like Storage Town, all the way down to Promenade to Airport, and then also Scrapyard. Great places to play for high kill games. Here, really good use. His teammates out of the game, uses that heartbeat sensor and keeps checking as well. Like, if you see that movement that he does, it's a quick click every time, keeps the movement speed going. And that's one of the advantages of high sensitivity and also using a mouse and keyboard. Here, nose is on the roof, has called in his cluster strike, which is just going to take him out. The guy just didn't even react. So this bit, they've just called in a UAV, once again able to see that enemies are within the Burger Town building, and he keeps using that heartbeat sensor. It's really interesting. A lot of players kind of fight between whether they use a heartbeat or stun grenades. Like, stun grenades have become a lot more popular. Look at that. Perfect reaction speeds here. And something Rias does really, really well is he always jump shots and drop shots, which is easier to do if you're on a mouse and keyboard versus a controller, but it really does give you a big advantage in gunfights. Gets those shots from across the way and uses the card. Now, when you're in these situations here, you've got two options. Now, a lot of people either just jump straight out to the side, but you can also use the back of the lorry, which is a really useful thing to do to get shots off of. Gets pushed, goes straight into a drop shot. You can't there's a way with how the cameras and the game works when you go from drop shots to jump shots. It's so much harder to track for the enemy player, and if you're not doing it yourself and you come up against a top player that is, you have no chance at all. So from the UAV that just got called in, Rias has marked where an enemy squad was, so he knows they're within storage town, so he can approach it. Now, this is one of the hardest areas of the map to play in, because if you're on top of the roofs like Rias is right now, you're a very easy target from outside of storage town, but it allows you to push across to players that are in these corridors like these guys very easy, and you're going to have a huge upper hand. He takes him down, switches to the kilo, very good switch there, takes the guy that he's down. Now, the reason I want to kind of highlight this is it's all about the effective weapon ranges, because, all right, the MP5, you're in someone's face, going to dominate, but that little distance, even though it's not much further away, the kilo is going to be so much better. And because of amped, look at the speed he switches to the kilo here. He pretty much does it. As soon as he gets his kill, switches instantly. Now, that's one of the big things that I really rate Rias for, is his movement and his reaction speeds and decision making, like which weapon to use, is top notch. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% certain if he's got an aimbot, because like I've been thrown off. You probably saw this huge drama on Twitter actually, where Tommy spotted a competitive player who's been winning money in wagers, just has effectively not like been using cheats within tournaments and got caught out by Tommy. But it's made my trust levels very, very difficult when I witness gameplay from people that I don't know that are playing on PC. But there is a lot to take from this and a lot to learn from him nonetheless. Once again, a very important thing to do within Warzone, you'll see every top player do it, is use vehicles to push enemy squads and throw players off as well. Like if you let your vehicle kind of go a bit further than you expect, just like there, okay, just look at this reaction. This player comes out, right, and because the vehicle's gone there, he expects the player to be on the left-hand side of the wall. And here, you just get an easy pick and shoot someone in the back. Not much you could do there. Gets hit a few times, which is a bit of a worrying situation when you're in a close team fight. But use the car. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone down. I was not expecting that, but he's on 21 kills already with 62 players left. And he's done. He's going to the gulag. Wow. He got caught out there. That play that he came up against, really, to be fair, really unlucky. Takes the player down there, moves around the side of the map. Now, what could he have done differently here to have come out on top? Gets caught out there, actually. If we go back a couple frames, you see him just there. He misses that as he's going for the reloads and just gets caught out. Great shots by the other player, picks up that kill. And when you go down and have no plates, you're never going to survive a push like this. There's nothing you can do. Though he does win his gulag and goes straight back down. Like, this is something as well that I've been practicing a lot in pre-game lobbies, and I'd recommend you do the same, is trying to pull the chute as close to the ground as you can, so you get to it saves you only a few seconds, but those few seconds are a huge help. He's getting chased now. All right, plays it nice and close, gets those plates on. I always find the burger building some of the best to actually do that around. Oh, gets up top. Oh, that is why I love this version of the MP5. The hipfire build is one of the most versatile builds in the entire game. And when you got enemy squads pushing into this, and just kind of being able to quickly snap onto someone on the roof, get your shots off accurately, but then be able to get out of the way because of your mobility to survive the gunfights, unparalleled. Okay, here we go. Once again, using the vehicle. His teammate spotted the player, was trying to get snipes off, hops in with a kilo, puts those shots down as you push into swimming pool. Here, once again, just clean shots allows him to do it. But once again, there is never a single moment that Rias isn't either jump shotting or drop shotting when he's in an equal gunfight. If he's not being shot at, he doesn't do it, just like we saw there. But if he's in a one-on-one gunfight, there is never a situation where you won't see him either jump shot or drop shot, which is a key way to improve your gameplay. Okay, so here Rias is using that heartbeat sensor once again just to spot where enemy players are. Sees it, snipers pre-aiming over the wall, gets clipped. And what I love is the speed that he gets those plates off. Now, that is a key thing to improve your game. And once again, just the bunny hop. It's so key if you want to win gunfights like that, especially against other good players. Just bunny hop, keep shooting, and it carries your momentum and makes it far harder for the enemy player to hit you consistently. But this part of the map is one of the most difficult to play, in my opinion, because that building, which is hotel, one of the most difficult to push, and if another team has it, it's such a powerful position on the map. Okay, here his teammate's just been taken out on the top of train, so Using the grapples, which are on the side of buildings now, really useful to get high ground, and it's made Train Yard, for me, one of the best places to play in Warzone now, because especially with the amount of kills that you can get from Promenade, and oh my god, is he going to go down for a second time? No, gets away. Self-revive is going to come off clutch here. His teammate saved his bacon right there. Interestingly, doesn't go for the plate, just tries the pre-aim where they were fighting before, which is risky, but if you go for high kill games, sometimes the risk you can go for, but I personally wouldn't advise doing that. Okay, so here he's just heard a player within this building. Now, fighting within buildings, well, he's just jumped out the top window, easy kill for him. Pushing these buildings for me is one of the toughest things to do in Warzone, because I'm surprised when they added grapples to the side of buildings is they didn't put them on the side of these. Now, once again, clever thing, enters the building by doing the sneak. Not enough people do that, because when you burst through a door at full sprint, I can't tell you how much it blows your position and allows someone to prepare themselves. There, nice and easy kill, takes his time, got a pre-aim on that little corner, took his head off, and has taken the building. Now, one of the most important things I've seen in Warzone is holding high ground like the top of those buildings, because if you've got high ground, you always have an advantage. And interestingly there, it's just allowed him to push that enemy player so cleanly. He had no idea what was going on, to be perfectly honest, and then allows him to push the buy, get more UAVs in, and self-revives as well. Really, really useful stuff to do. But try and always get the high ground if you can. Also, something else that's been done really well there is the use of the TAC map. Like, that was perfect. Use the UAV, and they talk to each other and communicate to be able to call that out. And that's two of the easiest kills. His teammate called top green because of that UAV. It gets marked on the TAC map, so they know the exact position as well. Really, really good thing to do if you can. I know it's easier to do with a mouse and keyboard than a controller, but use that TAC map, and then you can pick up kills like this. Use the vehicle to get a different angle on them. And people on those roofs are just sitting ducks if you've got good aim. Now, one thing I really want to focus on to help you get better at the game is the way that you push building. It's something I really like watching Rias for, actually, is if you look at the sharpness and the way that when he enters a room, and he's always sort of cutting the cake and also being very quick into keeping his crosshairs over danger points, whether it's a doorway, whether it's a window. He's very, very good at it and playing the situation. Like here, once again, knowing enemy players around here, jump shotting all the time. It's clipped there, runs away straight away. There is no hesitation between kind of losing a gunfight, dipping out and getting those plates back on before he can then re-engage, because he's done damage himself in that fight. Now, a lot of people don't plate quick enough, so you can gain an advantage if you're quick at plating and then disengage and re-engage. So a lot of players don't do enough. And here, switches to the MP5 because he knows he's going to play into the building. So keeps it close, easy, drop shot, throws people off. Like the speed that he goes into that drop shot, just the other player has no chance whatsoever.
I don't know where's that. Up here.
Here he goes. Once again, sees a couple of people with the kilo. Uses it. Does the jump shot once again. He's trying to grab that armor box. He's like, give me the armor plates. And badly can't grab it. Decides to just go for the other guy's plates instead. Okay, so his teammates called it. Just by the fire station, he can see the sniper at the top there. So he's using that vehicle, even though it's not got a trophy system, to work a different angle. So his two teammates have bank. And now he's able to work this from the side, get a completely different angle, which puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Something you should really do if you play with people that consistently, communicate with them, figure out who's going to be the aggressor and be working the angles, and then who else is going to kind of like pick up from like a distance. Like those two guys holding it bank. Then Rias came in, took him out from the sides, and he's just fallen off the ladder. All right, let's see how he does here. He'll switch over to his kilo now because it's going to be a mid-range fight. Snaps on, downs one on the res, and picks up that double kill. Easy 3 kills in such a short window, all starting because he decided to work a different angle. Now, you really have to build up to that and the confidence that you can take on multiple people as a solo. Something I would start recommending doing is doing solo trios or even duo trios. Play with one other person and put yourself in difficult situations where you're always a man down. It will really help you in the long run, and it's what a lot of pros do doing duo squads. Here, once again, hip fire MP5. Enemies a little bit further away, and that's when you ADS with this build. But at those close ranges, if we just quickly go back, it's a real great showcase of like how to take out multiple people very quickly. Here, hip fire, maintains that mobility, aims down sights when you need to, Then here, once again, close up, hip fire, keeps the mobility, a little further away, aim down sight, finish him off. His aim was a little bit wavy there for the first time. I have to admit, he missed, it wasn't as precise, still good enough to take them all out. Oh my God, here we go. He's got the kilo now at a distance. He's tracking them, taking them in the window. Oh my God. Okay, so multiple people here. Now, he's taking a risk to standing still. He can get picked off by a sniper very easily, but very, very consistent. Kilo is one of the few weapons in the game where you can do this, actually, where you can just beam people at a distance because it doesn't move. And if you're using a mouse and keyboard, especially, your ability to track targets, just like look at Symphony, who is probably one of the bigger names in Call of Duty, has one of the most some of the most insane aim with a mouse and keyboard out there, which is always really nice to see. 43 kills now, nearing end game. I'm really intrigued to see how he plays this. Like, this is not the area of the map that I personally would want to be in this situation. It's very open. However, people are likely to be being forced in from the gas. And oh my God, jump shotting there saved his life. And that is why movement is so key in this game. And the way that you engage, very aggressive there. That was a bit of an ego challenge. That was like, I don't care, I'm taking you down. Because he's operating here, once again, knows that he's going to push it. Like, this is one thing. His movement and decision-making and that is very, very good. Some of the best that I've actually seen. And the way that he keeps the angles tight and he always jump shots and drop shots, not an easy thing to do, but can easily make you one of the best players. Playing the gas. This is beautiful. So many people are afraid of doing this when they've got a gas mask. Because, you know, if you've been playing PUBG or other battle royales, the #1 rule, do not go into the gas. But that gas mask allows you to take advantage of things like that and pull a flank off and get that kill just like Riaz did there. There we go. Using that C4. He's in the shop. I personally hate pushing these buildings. There's only a couple that you can push from the outside. Gets marked. Takes that kill off. 48 kills. There is 5 people left now. Oh, there's a gunfight. This is another thing. Whenever you're on a kill record and you see another team fighting, you're like, please, no, stop. Don't kill each other. I need to get all these kills. Holds the mid-range. His teammates are supporting him here because he knows he's on for a big kill. Gets that stun off. Oh, nice for the MP5. So clean. I'm sorry. We've got to watch that bit again. All right, this last bit of gameplay here. Super clean. Right, so push him over. They know they've wiped him. Teammates are throwing stuns, pushes, easy down. Holds the gunfire down with a kilo, finishes the guy off who was self-rezzing, and there we go. We got the dub. So there we have it. 50 kills by Riaz. I'm gonna be honest. I was questioning whether he was a cheat. It's some of the most insane aim, but his movement is also top-notch, and there was a lot to learn from in that video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you next time.